It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker, and we're underway from Kansas City. Xavier Worthy now on the return, and he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Second down run by Pacheco. They won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and short, here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's good for Kansas City.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
Well, QB made something happen. He got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. Running in the red zone. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Rutger on now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. And his first pass falls incomplete. He's hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. And now it's 2nd down.
To 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. That one's complete. Amari on Hampton. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 11 on that play. 1st down.
Herbert now off the play fake. Throw is there for Rondé Ganson. A lot of space ahead. keeps it moving. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers finish off their opening drive. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. He stopped on the run back to the 27. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Chiefs first down. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hawkins and holding up. They're able to drop it. That sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Kansas City sends out its punt team. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. We've set it downs for him from the 31. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. That one naps him 33 yards, and a new set of downs, too.
It's a gain of 33. And the Chargers first down. A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Chargers first down.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. On the play fake, it's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Hampton gets it out of his own read. Oh, and that was close, but they're going to have to get this on 3rd down now. Gain is to the 27.
The tackle made by Christian Fulton. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They've got 3rd down well inside field goal range.
Home trips right.
Back to Hampton. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Catch made left side by McConkey. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
13 yards. First down, Chargers.
Herbert on first down. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, so you're going to say at the 5-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now.
Go.
Herbert now, blitz coming. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Herbert now to throw on third. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked off by Jalen Watson. The 50. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take this one back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown. I don't know about you, Brock, but I can almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, 30, 40 yards into his return, and then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened. Wow. What a return to add to that list.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Herbert back to it after the pick. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Going with the screen to Hampton. And he's taken down at the 30. And that's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
12 yards. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's on the move past the 15. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Now, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Arrowhead on the other side. 2nd and 6 coming up here. On the draw, it's Pacheco. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
And better luck next time for you. I feel for those running backs because that blitz was drawn up to hit him right in the mouth.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. No throw. 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. On 3rd down, they line up on the wrong way. That one goes backwards. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Here we go on 4th with Mahomes. Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And that's some great field position.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
1st and 10, Herbert. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Throwing on 1st is Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Go.
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. McConkey's got it on the sideline. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
That's pros pro right there. That is one of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get those feet down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. They give to Hampton on the option. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. He rolls to his right. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback, so he could scramble for the 1st.
A 19-yard attempt.
Dicker connects there, and they've taken back the lead.
going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
20-yard line.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
Yellow. Hey, Rip.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Back to throw it. Trying to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick six. You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
Highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Design bootleg here. Complete here to Hampton. The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards out to catch. That is a job well done.
Into the gun. Here's Hampton. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 1 at the 35.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes second and 1. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Headed out right. That's caught at the 4. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers grow the lead coming out at halftime.
Los Angeles.
That is just tremendous play calling. You know, there's some coordinators out there, Kate, that are just Rolodex. Right? They flip through their call sheet. They just call whatever's on it. And there's other coordinators that can stack their plays together. And when you run it, you run that same action and the play action right off of it, you can make that defense pay. That was a thing of beauty.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Worthy now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Worthy on the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he can't get the touchdown, Brock, but plenty of yardage. He goes out down near the 10. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Chiefs, first down.
First
down and 10 yards to go.
Here's a give to Hunt. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Hey, 57, 57, 57. Hey, 57, 57. Come back!
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Rolling out to his left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
On him quick, and they bring him down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. They'll bring the tight end left. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense. He had another chance to take a shot on him.
It's Hampton on 2nd. Escapes the defender. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Herbert. Dumps it off to his running back. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third and just 2 to go.
Set. Delta to Hunt. Ready.
Shotgun give to Hampton. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Well, apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. The offense staying put to go for it. On 4th down, here's Herbert. Buying some time right. He's got it to his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Herbert now off the play fake. Connects with his back, Kimani Vidal. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Chargers with the football and a comfortable lead as they try to finish off this win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set. Black 80, black. Set.
Herbert from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
On 3rd and 1, it's Herbert. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Chiefs have some new life in the 4th.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, to put that opposing offense right back out of their steal, really, on that interception.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Looking quickly here.
43! A 3-yard pickup.
Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And he's stopped just shy of that first down at the 28. 3rd down upcoming. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's a gain of 6.
3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Offense in the hurry up here. From the red zone on 1st. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. Let's hit.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, he made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It's going to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
And he's caught. He's got ground. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. Another throw for Mahomes. This time not able to get it to him. He's been a favorite target on this drive, but incomplete there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes on the sneak. Up to the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal. Goal on a run. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. They've made it 4th and goal. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on. Brock, add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's 4th and goal.
180.
Desperation time here. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Here's Hampton to open the drive. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Play action now for Herbert. Vacates quickly left side. He tucks it and takes off. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Lion, ready.
Running it with Hampton. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They're going to pass it here. Short pass brought in. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Just gets the 1st and more. And they'll get him down after he gets it to the 48. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
Chargers first down. A gain of 7.
They send a tight end in motion. On the counter, it's Hampton. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He's got the Charger first down, and that should be all she wrote in this one.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice game by the back. Now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
Los Angeles.
Here's a design run. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long